Hey guys, it's Higher Class Gaming here, and recently Treyarch have been sort of teasing at a 4th DLC for Black Ops 2, and they've been sort of putting out little sayings and pictures and stuff. They have said every story has a beginning and then continued it like ... and an end, so every story has a beginning and an end. And that also featured in their trailer that was released, I think it was yesterday. But yeah, so they have been teasing little pictures like they teased a blueprint for a weapon, sort of letters and a periodic table from Maxis at the time, and also in this new trailer that they released yesterday, it's called Origins, okay, and it shows the 4 original characters, so Nikolai, Takeo, Dempsey, and Richtofen, in a younger form, so they look a lot younger. At first I didn't recognize them actually, and then I realized who it was. It made me really happy actually, because in my opinion, I prefer them a lot more than the new ones, Stuhlinger and Russman and those people. Oh god, I hate them. And really, to be honest, the Black Ops 2 zombie maps have been sort of a disappointment so far. Like, I think every time a new zombie map comes out, it has to be bigger and better than the one before. But it really just hasn't happened in Black Ops 2. So hopefully this map will really blow those ones away. Well, it can only be better. So yeah, I really like those original characters, which I'm really happy about. And sort of in this trailer, it shows them sort of close-ups and stuff like that. And it sort of goes back in time. It goes from, like, it shows a clip of Moon, Shangri-La, Ascension, Keener Toten, Doris, Shinonuma, Verrucht, and Nocturne Toten, which are all maps that they feature in, even though originally Verrucht and Nocturne Toten, they don't originally feature in them, but they were in the sort of remastered ones for Black Ops 2. Sorry, Black Ops 1, sorry. This could also be hinting at the DLC that they might include all of those maps. I don't know if they will or not, because people that only play multiplayer buy the season pass, and they might not get any zombie maps, so they might quite annoyed, so they have to cater for both the multiplayer players and the zombie players. So I'm not sure if they're going to actually put all the... I suppose they could put all the zombie maps in and a couple of multiplayer maps. I'm not sure, to be honest. But yeah, so it also shows some of the characters, like weapons they may have on them, and I think it's Richtofen has 2 like vials with blood, so like 2 little bottles, and they have numbers on them, and they are numbers, like the cell numbers of 2 of the people from Mob of the Dead. Can't remember their name. I think one's Finn O'Leary and someone else, I can't remember. But interesting how sort of they link in with each other. Yeah, so Treyarch were also teasing the letters, and they all had dates, sort of 1917, 1920. I think all around there. I'll have a look at the pictures now. Actually no, I don't have them up, but I'll put them up in the video. But again, and in one of them, it mentions the Kaiser, which, if you know, he in World War I was sort of the leader of Germany. If you he was like, it's hard to explain, but he was basically the leader of Germany in World War I. Again, sort of hinting at the World War I sort of prequel theme again, Origins prequel, you know, all this sort of, it's like, and the beginning and all this sort of stuff. They also showed a sort of a blueprint for a Mauser, but it's not like the original Mauser. It's sort of like a modified one. It has like sort of a big sort of barrel thing on the front, and it's got like an attachment scope. And it sort of shows that Maxis has been working on this in 1915. So I don't know. People have said that might be a wonder weapon, but I'm not sure. It might be, might not be. But that's sort of like a prototype. I'll put the original and the new one on screen. Also, a picture of the periodic table by Maxis. I don't know the date. 1917. His version of the periodic table. And by then they still hadn't discovered a lot of elements. And it's quite similar to the one, if you look at one from real life. It's quite similar to Maxis's version of it. Except in Maxis one, it has element 115, which actually hasn't been discovered until I think 2003 or 2004 in real life. So, you know, he'd obviously discovered it and not been telling people about it. and obviously they used it for zombies in some form. They also showed a picture of like a zombie head on a gun, which is very similar to the World at War sort of startup screen and stuff like that, and in trailers and things. But also in the background we see on the right a zeppelin or a blimp and sort of a big mech or robot type thing, which has also been mentioned in one of the letters. In one of them it mentions sort of lights in the sky and giant metal men and things like this, so something's going on. And then in the trailer, at the sort of near the end, we have like a giant robot sort of stamping down on the camera angle sort of thing, so something big's going on. And then there's also a couple of clips of sort of trenches and things, again World War One, and it's like a prequel thing. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I'll put a picture. I'll put all these pictures up on screen. Also, they had sort of hinted at the 7 sort of blocks. They look like stone or metal. They've got sort of lines on them and like fingerprint looking things. But they sort of just turned out to be origins, although they might be something. I'm not sure. They might be something more, but they just sort of spinned around in the trailer and said origins. Trying to think what else. Yeah, also there in the trailer there was sort of 4 frames, and if you take those pictures and put them together, I'll put it up on screen as well. It's sort of like a man sort of lying down on like a table, sort of being experimented on. The top of his head's missing. His left hand is missing. That could be something people have said is to do with the power, like there's the hand on the power, but I'm not sure. It looks sort of writing on the wall on the left, but that could just be sort of scrapes or blood or whatever. Again, and there's crates on the right. They've got the Group 935, I think, or Element 115 emblem on them. Sort of showing again 115 and all that sort of stuff. Yes, and also by the letters we can sort of tell that this is sort of the first time that they've been meeting up. The 4 characters originally meet up, and this again, all the prequel stuff and the origins of the story and everything like this. And it also, in I think 2 of the letters, mentions northern France. So this could be a location for the map. There was, and again I said about the trenches, which could be part of the map. There World War One trenches. There were trenches in France. There were trenches in many places. Germany, France. Actually, yeah, Germany and France. Can't really think of anywhere else. Places to do with World War One. But yeah, there were trenches in France. So again, it could be in France. That's the location. Also in, this was quite a while back, in Doris, I think on one of the boards on the walls, it shows like a picture of the Eiffel Tower and sort of pictures of France and stuff. So again, it could be in France. It might be, might not be. But yeah, that's all I can think of for now. So yeah, so make sure you like and subscribe to keep up to date with all sort of zombies news and gameplay. So yeah, alright, see you guys.